students and families, welcome back. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020.
Today is day 8 of homeschooling.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready? Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated.
All right. Our math problem of the day.
Oh, it's a visual problem. Are you ready?
It's called the wheel shop.
Welcome to the wheel shop. All right, boys and girls. For this problem, you are going to go to a shop that sells tricycles. What are tricycles, Mrs. Leonard?
Well, tricycle is a word that has a prefix on it.
Tri,
right?
Mm-hmm.
The prefix tri means 3. So it is a 3-wheeled bike.
Okay.
Right? 3 wheels.
Hence, tricycle.
Mm-hmm.
There are 18 wheels in the wheel shop. Okay? How many tricycles are in the shop? Explain how you know.
So
All
think
right.
about that.
Thank you.
All right. Our journal prompt for the day.
How do you try to be a good friend to others?
It goes along with our character traits that they've learned about all year long.
Absolutely.
So how do you try to be a good friend to others? This should be easy peasy. It really should.
It should. Check out the description below to see what the writing recommendations are for your grade level.
All right. The story for the day is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, as told by John Siska?
Yeah.
Illustrated by Lane Smith. Right.
The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by a Wolf, as told by John Siska, illustrated by Lane Smith. And I apologize right now to John Siska if we are mispronouncing your name.
All right. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs. Or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Come close. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story.
I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, that's not my fault. Wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too.
But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story.
Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar.
So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig. And he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw?
So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, "Little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. And that's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed.
And I sneezed a great sneeze.
And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of the straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger, just lying there.
I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor.
Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and the second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. That wasn't very nice.
Rude. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. And then the third little pig yelled, And your old granny can sit on a pin.
Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down the pig's door. And the whole time, I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene.
Oh my goodness. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed.
But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. The end. What do you think, Mrs. Gonzalez?
Oh,
There's always 2 sides to a story.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I try to be very fair and listen to both sides. But Mrs. Leonard, he did eat the pigs for dinner.
I know.
And all he really wanted, supposedly, was a cup of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I have my doubts.
Me too.
All right.
All right. Our joke of the day from yesterday. Why did the computer go to the doctor?
It had a virus.
What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
Ooh.
You might want to go to your bathroom and take a little peek around.
I doubt you'll find musical instruments.
Nope. But
Lots of things that make noise.
Oh. But not a musical instrument. Okay, so think about this. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
If you think you know the answer, talk to the people that are in your home with you. Give them your best guess, talk about it, and tune in tomorrow to see if you're correct. Don't forget, LBE Tigers are
Present at home school.
always respectful,
Willing to work.
and stay safe. Have a
a great
wonderful
day.
day.